Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. And in this video, I'll be solving problem C, that is Doremy city construction from Codeforces Global Round 24. And this was kind of an ad hoc problem, so there was not that much logic to it, but I will try my best to explain my thought process behind the problem and how I approached it. So let's move on to the solution. But before we move on to the solution, I want to tell you guys about Newton School's coding contest. So Newton School organizes this coding contest every month. You guys can solve some quality problems and also compete against top coders in the world. This will be a good opportunity to benchmark yourself where you guys are lying in respect to other students in India or around the world. Not only that, along with this, you can also win some cash prizes. You can win rewards up to rupees 90,000. You can also win scholarships up to rupees 20,000. And along with this, there will also be some job opportunities. So this month, the contest will be on 30th of November. It will be around 2.5 hours from 9 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. So do not forget to sign up. The link will be in the description. So do go and sign up from there. So in the problem, we have been given an array A of size n, where n can be up to 10 to the power 5. So something like A1, A2, A3, so on up to n. And all of these elements can be seen as nodes of a graph. So basically we have been given n nodes, right? And we want to make edges between these nodes. So our task is to create maximum number of undirected edges between these n nodes. But we also have been given a condition, right? So if we have three nodes in a sequence, something like this, let's call this U, V and W, right? Then these nodes should not be in increasing order. What that means is that AU is less than equal to AV is less than equal to AW. This should not be there. So if we have three nodes in a sequence, they should not be in increasing order. So that is the condition, and we have to fulfill this condition and add the maximum number of undirected edges that we can between these n nodes. So now let's see how we can solve this. So let's move on to the observations and the solution. So we have been told that if we have three nodes U, V and W, then they should not be in increasing order. So AU less than equal to AV less than equal to AW, this should not be there. So what that means is that these nodes should either be in a hill configuration or they should either be in a valley configuration, right? So that means AU is less than AV and AV is greater than AW. Similarly here, AU is greater than AV and AV is less than AW, right? So we want either of these configurations. Either we want a hill configuration or either we want a valley configuration, right? So if we try to draw both of these, right? So let's try to draw the hill configuration. So we have something like this. We have AU, we have AW and we have AV. So here we know that AU is less than AV and AV is greater than AW, right? So AV is the maximum element among these. So let me color this, let's say white, right? So let's say AV is white and let's say AU and AW are yellow, right? Because these elements are smaller. Similarly, if we think about valley, here we have AU and here we have AW and we have AV. So here AV is smaller than both of these elements, right? So we have something like this, and here AV is the minimum element. And here as AU and AW are larger elements, I can color them white. And as AV is the smallest element, I can color it yellow, right? So you can see that I am able to split my elements into two parts, right? Yellow and white, right? Yellow are the smaller elements and white are the larger elements. and then I can just draw edges between these elements, right? So that will be my entire approach. So that was one of the observations that I had that helped me solve the problem. And one more observation was that graph will not have cycles of length 3, right? Because if you think about this, let's say we have 3 nodes, u, v and w. Let's say weight of u is 1, weight of v is 3, and weight of w is, let's say, 4. Then if we try to like make a cycle of length 3, let's say u is on the top, so let's say assign the weight 1 here. Now we have to assign 3 somewhere, right? So let's say we assign 3 here, then 4 will go here, right? So you can see that there is an increasing path from 1 to 3 and then to 4, right? So there is an increasing path here. And similarly, if we draw this again, and if you assign 1 here, and if you try to assign 4 here and 3 here, we still have this increasing path, right? So no matter how you assign the nodes in a cycle of length 3, you will always get some increasing path. So the answer is impossible if you try to draw a cycle of length 3. So your final graph should not have a cycle of length 3. And this is a very well-known definition of bipartite graphs, that they don't have cycles of odd length, right? So these two observations. In the first observation, I can see that I can break the elements into 2 parts, yellow and white, on the basis of their weight, or you can say value. And in second part, I saw that I cannot make cycles of length 3. So these two things are the basic definitions of a bipartite graph. So that's how I saw that I can form a solution using a bipartite graph. So the solution to this problem is, we can just sort your values, right? So if we have a1, a2, a3, so on up to an, I can sort these values. Let's say I get a new graph, a1 dash, a2 dash, a3 dash, so on up to an dash, right? Then I can try to split this array into 2 parts, right? Into 2 parts somewhere. So I will get 2 groups, right? These will be the yellow elements, right? So they will form base of hill and they will form tip of valley, right? As we saw here, yellow elements, they form the base of a hill and they form tip of a valley. Similarly, on this side we will have the white elements. So we will have a1 dash, we will have a2 dash here, so on up to some value, let's say ax dash, and then we will have ax plus 1 dash, ax plus 2 dash, so on up to an dash, right? Then we can just make edges from here to all the elements on this side, right? Something like this. So then we can just form, right? So edges like these, they will form a hill, and edges like these, they will form a valley, right? So you can form then hill and valleys between these 2 groups. And on this side we have x dash elements, and on this side we will have n minus x dash elements. So in total we will have x dash into n minus x dash edges, right? So you can go over all the adjacent elements and try to break them into 2 groups, and for all the values of x dash, you can check which value gives you the maximum answer, or you can say maximum edges, right? Also, one more thing, here your ax plus 1 dash and ax dash, here your ax plus 1 dash should be strictly greater than ax dash, right? For example, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 and 5, right? So if you try to break it into 2 groups here, so we will get 1, 2 and 3, and we will get 3, 4 and 5, right? So if you draw edge 1 to 3 and then 3 to 3, you can see that you have a increasing path from 1 to 3 and then 3 to 3 again, right? So when you make a break, so if this is your value ax dash and if this is your value ax plus 1 dash, they should not be equal. Your value ax plus 1 dash should be strictly greater than ax dash, otherwise you will get increasing paths. So that is the entire solution. So I will summarize the solution once again. So let me summarize it. Summary: for every I going from 2 to n, we can try to make a break here. So I can check if my a dash of I is not equal to a dash of I minus 1, right? That means if a dash of I minus 1 is strictly less than a dash of I, then I can try to make a breakpoint here. So here my answer will be answer is equal to maximum of answer I minus 1 into n minus I minus 1, right? So you can just go over all the elements and try to do this. Now there can also be a corner case. As a corner case, all the elements can be equal, right? So let's see if we have something like 1 1 1 1 1, if all the elements are equal, in that case the answer is just n by 2, right? You can take 2 elements, make a edge. You can take 2 elements, make a edge. You can take 2 elements, make a edge. So like if all the elements are equal, then your answer will be n by 2, right? So before starting this loop, you can initialize your answer as equal to n by 2. So if we are not able to find any breakpoint, that means all the elements are equal, then in that case answer is n by 2. Then we will go over all the elements and try to find a breakpoint and then update the answer accordingly, right? So that is the entire solution. And if you guys want to see the code for this, here's the code. So I will take in my array V, I will sort it. I will initialize my answer as equal to n by 2 when all the elements are equal, and if I am not able to find a breakpoint, answer is n by 2. Then I will go over from I equal to 1 up to n, and if my v of I is not equal to v of I minus 1, then my answer is equal to maximum of answer and I into n minus I, right? So that is the entire solution. And if you guys have some doubts, feel free to ask in the comments or join my Discord server. I'll be more than happy to answer your doubts there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.